the morning on the fan. Sports Radio 66 WFAN.
Here's today's guest commentator, the former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, Gene Kirkpatrick.
Thank you very much there, Imus.
Yeah.
In this observer's opinion, we stand today at a very desperate crossroads. In a world still trying to grapple with the perils brought by Iraq's invasion of Kuwait, suddenly a darker threat looms, and not over the Middle East. No, above the landscape of Europe. While half of the civilized world is cashing in on Hussein-mania in the desert over there, you know what's been sneaking up behind everybody? Germany. The freaking people who thrust the word Verbenhagen, or whatever the hell it is on us, are about to get back together again. Hello? Kirkpatrick to the White House. Hello? Is anybody taking phone messages over there? Jeez, we're in the middle of the reunification of Germany, for God's sake, and we're worried about some fat bastard in Baghdad who looks like Roseanne Barr with a mustache? Don't anybody remember the weird little dude with the Charlie Chaplin stash, the slicked down hair, and the really short temper? Hello? Am I talking to a fence post here? You think we got a jolt out of the latest oil shock? Wait till Helmut Kohl pulls on a pair of hobnail boots next week, grabs a swagger stick, and says it ain't nearly as long a way to Tipperary as it used to be. I mean, it ain't Baghdad Bob and a bunch of mosque flies who are buying up everything east of the Mississippi here. It's Herr Hummel and the Black Forest skinheads, investing in everything that the Japs somehow missed. And now, they're about to set up the Weimar Republic again and refloat the Bismarck. Well, pardon me, but I don't think so. And by the way, a message here to Yokohama Wan Hookie while I'm at it. Hey, Tojo, as far as I'm concerned, you're just as much threat to Pearl Harbor whether you're bombing it or buying it. You! I'm saying it's time the U.S. survey bombed the shish kebab out of some people who just are not getting it. I am urging George Bush to take 3 immediate steps before it's too late. Step 1, a well-placed ICBM into Baghdad. Step 2, another one up Horst's Jankowski there in Stuttgart. And 3, another one down Bonsai Billy's over there in Mamasan land. 3 booms, no loons. Let's start frying some of these putzes every time country A starts humping the leg of country B. The best way I can think of to unify Germany? Melt it! And now it's Heineken time. I'm Gene Kirkpatrick. Thank you very much.
Imus in the morning.
Sexual harassment flap involving the New England Patriots football team.
Yeah.
Here's a nutshell. A female reporter for the Boston Herald was in the Patriots locker room for routine post-game interviews when some of these intellectual giants she was there to chat with gathered around her, naked, and shook their ugly yummies at her. Well, beyond the very obvious affront to the woman's sensibilities, the even more fundamental issue here is just how juvenile and sophomoric can we get? The answer is that we all can get awfully silly confronting matters of biology. Like the practice of referring to certain body parts and their functions with some pretty darned idiotic, idiomatic idiosyncrasy. It starts early in our lives with toilet training, which in practical application becomes potty training, when Mom urges us to make Mr. Puddle and then claps with glee and calls Grandmom with a news flash if we happen to perform on cue. It's all downhill from there until finally we mature and reach the zenith of this sexual giddiness and actually assign a name to, how shall I put it, external components of the reproductive system. Yes, Genitimorphism, or Mr. Icky as personality. Juvenile? You bet. But just look at these external components of the reproductive system I've gathered on my desk here. Pretty wide array. Various sizes, various hues, and all, happy to report, still attached to their owners, who look pretty darn silly themselves, perched here like so many New England Patriots. Why have they all seen fit to name their external components? You got me. Here's a quick review, though. Now, this fellow refers to his external component as drive shaft. I won't ask him to explain. Here's gear stick, gnarled tree trunk, and Hank. Here's Little Willie. I see why. Followed by Big Willie. Congratulations, sir. And here's Lazarus. So named, the owner told me, because it rises from the dead. Just terrific. Here's a fellow who calls his Sniffles. I think I'll just move on from him rather quickly. And finally, this comedian who calls his component Oliver Twist, so that he'd have a come-on line for bars, he told me. Nice to meet you. Would you like to see Oliver Twist? Hopefully eliciting this toast. Not tonight, dear. I have an intellect. Genitimorphisms. Something snappy for Mr. Happy. Wonder what Victor Khayyam calls his. Trust me, if it's anything other than Little Shaver, he's a liar. Big Andy here, and thank you.
Imus in the morning.
I mean, after it was over, I wanted to shoot myself.
John.
And why does that stupid git Bochco think it's necessary to include his ugly wife in everything he does?
Well,
This Barbara Bussin is like the Linda McCartney of television. Neither one of them would get work if their husbands weren't famous. I don't understand what it is about men who want to work professionally with their ugly wives. You didn't see me recording records with you. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Forget that.
Yeah.
My memory's not been quite the same for the past 10 years.
yeah.
By the way, what's going on down there with this censorship thing?
What are you talking about?
Did they really arrest some poor old sod for selling a record?
Uh-huh.
That's not right, is it?
No.
Pardon the expression, but he got a bum rap. If you got to convict someone for selling something obscene, at least wait until Ringo's new album comes out. Now that's an obscenity. One other thing. Got to make this fast because Elvis wants to use the line.
Yeah.
Probably wants to call Domino's, see if they deliver up here. You think the Mets are going to sign Strawberry?
Well, I don't know.
I think it'd be really gay if they could get a lifetime contract with him, just so the headline in the Daily News could read, Strawberry Fields Forever. Oh, before I forget,
Yeah.
do you know where your Rob Bartlett will be appearing in the near future?
No, I don't.
I understand he's doing a Beatle pantomime in that grotty act of his. I'd like to appear on stage right in the middle of it and slap him with a copyright infringement suit. Fat bastard. Well, gotta go. Remember, folks, all we are saying is give peace a chance.
Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to.
I know, in the morning.
It's not the new FAN Billboard.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Three grotesque-looking faces staring down at me like some kind of bizarro world Mount Rushmore? You gotta be f***ing kidding me!
No.
I mean, I know it's a caricature, but I didn't expect a cartoon to be the far side. Yeah, I don't know whether the world's ready for a 40 by 50-foot portrait of you, Mike, and a Mad Dog, babe.
Well,
You probably gotta go to those dimensions anyway just to accommodate Francesca.
yeah.
Who painted this piece of shit? Picasso? You look like Lenny. Not that kid from the new show on CBS. I mean the big stupid guy from A Mice and Men. Nice expression. Looks like you're right in the middle of saying, tell me about the rabbits, George. The only thing that's true to life about this is your head's the biggest thing up there.
Thank you.
Well, Russo looks genuinely subnormal.
Yeah.
That far-off, glassy-eyed gaze.
Yeah.
Is it me, or does it seem like he's looking out towards Greenwich Village?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen better paintings than subway toilets. This thing makes a very strong case for censorship in the arts.
Wait a minute.
Where the hell's a Joker when you need him? Somebody call Nicholson. Give him a couple of gallons of semi-gloss and a paint roller. 2 coats would be good as new.
We could paint a sign up there.
No.
Rob Bartlett appearing October 13th at the Paramount Theater in Springfield, Massachusetts.
You're not humping that fat bastard again, are you? Hey, Brad, you want to hit every pothole in the road? You stupid bastard!
Imus in the morning.
I saw him at the fire. I said, Jerry, you sucker. you just a whole sucker.
It's not the same guy, champ. It was Terry Cooney.
Hey, he's a sucker too. Hey, just somebody's choking.
You gonna be okay, Larry?
What's the matter over there? Sucker.
Champ, come on.
Hey, guess what, Mr. Trump?
What?
Remember my cologne, Punchy?
Yeah.
Well, my broker says I need to diversify my investment portfolio.
Right.
So I'm gonna back a new beverage.
Back to new beverage.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Beer.
Uh-huh.
The only thing is I gotta do the commercials for the company myself.
Really?
I've been practicing all morning.
Okay.
Hi, I'm former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson. You know, standing in the ring for 15 rounds, getting hit in the head over and over and over, kind of makes you dizzy. Your vision gets blurry, you can't think straight, you start drooling. It's a feeling that I really like. That's why when I'm not fighting but still want to get dopey and lightheaded, I drink this. Spit bucket beer. It gets me where I want to be and fast. That's cause it's 75% alcohol. The other 25% is a recycled fluid-like substance. But hey, that's what gives Spit Bucket its full body and strong flavor. Don't worry, most of the bacteria is killed by all that alcohol anyway. Just pop the top, chug it down, and before you can take a standing 8 count, you're bobbing and weaving like a washed-up welterweight. Have another, and you'll be on your hands and knees looking for your mouthpiece. So when you want to go the distance, never party with anything less than the heavyweight taste of Spit Bucket. The beer that don't have a head, for those times when you want to lose yours. Hey, bartender, Spit Buckets all around. I'm talking to you sucker.
No,
Imus in the morning.
It was too hard. I wanted to be Mr. October, but they were throwing the balls too fast and we couldn't even hit them.
Coming up on Imus in the morning.